Good morning to everybody. I just thought I would give you a walk through my fairy garden today. And what do you think I came upon when I did? Susie Q taking a rest after collecting all the eggs from the chicken coop. She has a wonderful bunch of hens. Look at them and look at all the eggs they laid. Does that not look awesome? Looks like they're going to have enough eggs for the next couple days, doesn't it? Well, Susie Q's doing a great job, and as you notice, the pigs are always near her. Those are her favorite little pets, and they love her to pieces, and they cannot stand to be away from her. And the chickens seem to be pretty happy also with Susie Q. And look at the sweet little lamb that came in to join the crowd today. Looks like everyone's still a little tired since it's early in the morning. They all look like they're ready for a little morning nap, don't they? Susie Q looks over her beautiful flock of animals. Well, I shouldn't say flock. The birds are a flock. I don't know what you call a bunch of pigs. Would that be a herd? Does anybody know what that would be? Since she's got 4 of them, that's quite a few. Leave me a comment in the comment section, if you would. I thought this turned out pretty good. And of course, Susie Q is as sweet as can be, resting on her hay bale after a morning of tending to her pigs and her chickens and collecting eggs and the chicken coop. Oh my gosh, is this not really turned out nice? Well, let's do a recap of what this cost. 0. Free, 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 free. How can that be, Grandma? The container I've had several years. The plants, I don't even know what they are, but they were in here and they looked nice to be trees, so I said, let's just leave them. Now, they could be weeds, they could be something. Maybe leave me in the comments section, do I have weeds here or do I have something else? Since Grandma really doesn't know what she has growing in her flower pot. Is that not funny? The fencing I bought last fall, but we've already written the cost off. We've already written the cost off of this crushed glass from Dollar Tree. All the animals are at least a year or 2 or 3. Now, why do they look so good? Because this is going to sound terrible. Most of this came from the house from a box. Remember I told you I have boxes and boxes of fairy supplies. Well, this little wooden chicken coop, if it was out here, it'd be run easy in one season. It's very thin wood, and it would not hold up with all the watering. Believe it or not, even Susie Q, I have her in the house in a box also. And why is that? Because it was impossible to find little farm fairies, and because I wanted to make sure I had some, I'm trying to work on my fairy farm. She stays in the house, so she doesn't even come out here except for photo ops. And the same with the pigs, that's why they look so good. The chickens, of course, I would have these lost in 5 minutes. I have lost so many small little accessories like this because once they get out here, they get lost. So they usually stay because they are in a box with that little chicken coop, the eggs, and the sheep and the pig all go in the same box. And it might be even Susie Q may be in the same box too. Because I want to be able to come out and do a farm themed fairy garden every year. And I do have some farm fairy gardens that stay out here year round. They don't go in. But these small pieces, well, the pigs probably wouldn't get lost, and maybe the sheep wouldn't get lost. But I can promise you those chickens would be lost for sure. And I was so lucky to find that little basket with the little eggs in it, and I really don't want that messed up. So that definitely never comes out here except for photo ops. So I'm not even quite sure how many times some of these pieces have been out here. They're not new. They're at least a year or 2 years old. But like I said, they're usually in a box, and I have like, I'm not exaggerating when I say this, I probably have like 15, 20 boxes in my house full of nothing but fairy supplies. And that's how I've been able to do so many fairy gardens without going out and buying anything. Because I have a ton of fairy supplies already bought and paid for here. So that's how this little fairy garden got built and made for free. Because I've already used this container already in a previous post. Well, I've used it in lots of posts because this is definitely not new. It's probably 3 years old. But I just did a fairy garden in here with Susie Q already. And so I thought, well, let's just, since I already have all this stuff set up, I'm going to put the chickens in here and stuff. I will put the house back in here, the farm shed back in here. But I didn't want to mess anything up to redo anything. So this is basically how it's going to be. And I'll just take some of these accessories and put them back in their box. Like the chickens in the chicken coop for sure. I may leave the lamb and pigs out here for a month or two because I love them so much. But they'll go back in because they're hard to find good quality little pigs also. Not that I can't find the pigs, but these are super cute, super good quality, and I don't want them getting faded out and not having them for next year. And probably the same reason I'm going to move the lamb back into her little box too. But I could leave the lamb and the pigs out here for a little while. But the chickens are going back in today, and especially those egg basket, because that is really hard to find too. And of course the chicken coop will not last out here at all if it's left out to get wet. I've lost so many, messed up so many pieces of wood that does not hold up. So any wood items I have now, they'll come out for their photo ops and they will go back in the house into a box because they will not hold up. And this chicken coop is as cute as can be. And those little doors, hard to believe, they really, I don't know if I can show you or not. Well, I'm not going to try. Wait a minute. Wanted to show you, they really do open and close. But they're not easy to open and close, so I don't want to mess with them too much. And you can see the roof, if it got wet. Now keep in mind, this is in a box in the house, and you can already see the roof is trying to separate. I'll probably have to go in there with a glue gun for next year. But if it was out here, it'd be ruined. The first time it probably got watered. So that's why it doesn't stay out here except for photo ops. And I don't know how many times it's been out for photo ops. It might have been out last year because none of this stuff was new. I've used it all for at least a couple of years. But like I say, I do take care of a lot of my fairy items. And if I take better care of more of it, I would have even more. But the whole idea of having fairy gardens is to have stuff out in the yard. I can't keep everything in the home. So anyway, I just wanted to share with you everything that I've been doing. Now, let's go with the most important parts for me. My channel is designed for adults interested in gardening, home decor, cooking, cleaning, shopping hauls, DIY projects, or whatever else Grandma comes up with. Also, this is important too. If you're not already following, try. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, please click the like button and go over there and start following. I would love to have some new family members. You know, life is always more interesting when you have real followers coming by. I don't want people just clicking to be clicking. I want you to click because you're enjoying what you're seeing, and if you enjoy it enough that you'd like to start following, please start following. You know, life is hard if we don't have our family with us to help support us. So I need more family members to keep supporting me as best you can. Give me comments and let me know what things you'd like to see in the future and improvements that I could have done also, because, and I'm not saying this is a bad thing. We need to hear if we're doing something incorrectly or we could do it improving. Doesn't mean I'm going to agree with you and do it, but at least if I know what I maybe need to do. Now, let's also keep in mind that Grandma is not very good on the computer, barely can put up a video, and so there's a lot of things that I don't do that I would love to do because I don't know how to do it. I am going to try harder to get better at what I'm doing, for my channel can get better and grow too. But just keep in mind, Grandma's old and she's not very good with electronics, and I only can do what I can do. But I know I have a lot of awesome followers that just listen to me anyway and watch what I put up, because I know I have a lot of you awesome followers out there because I see those beautiful comments you leave every single day. And I want you to know I read every single comment, and sometimes it takes me a week or two to respond back to a comment because I don't have time. But I do try to comment back within a week or two. Love you all. Kisses and hugs if you made it to the very end. Really do appreciate all the love and support I've been getting for the last 5 years, because I know I have followers for 5 years, and I love all of you, from the ones that just joined up today to the ones for 5 years. Love you all. Please take care. Bye bye for now, my awesome friends and family. Well, if you stayed this long, you're going to see a recap. I just thought I would show you how this would look if I didn't have the chicken coop in here. This little garden shed, I really do love it, and this one does stay outside year-round, and I don't have any complaints about it. It's faded out since it's been out. If you go back and look at when it was brand new, but I don't care. I will probably be doing some painting this coming year. But I didn't want to mess anything up in the container except putting the chicken coop in there and taking it back out. Because like I said, that chicken coop will get wrecked for sure within a day or two if it stayed out here. But this piece here can stay out. But my chickens and my pigs are, and Susie Q, and of course my eggs are going to go into. Probably should pick up those eggs right now, or I'm going to forget they're out here. The chickens and the pigs can stay out for a few more days, but they'll all be going back in the little box here in the next couple of days. But I don't want those eggs lost, and I took that chicken coop out already because you know it'll be running 5 minutes. Well, bye-bye for now. Again, second time on this video. Love you all. Bye-bye.